Hey there, hope you had a nice Easter, but you're broke right now, aren't you? And you want to make some nice lens flares without buying Video Co-Pilot's optical flares. Well, keep watching. I've got a solution for that. I'm Cain, and this is Film High School.
See, there's going to be that one person that takes the initiative.
As you probably know, films are presented in a very wide aspect ratio. In fact, it's one of the things that we non-pros use to convince viewers that our material is the real deal. Did I mention that size is on YouTube? Because it is. If you've ever looked at 35mm film before, then you know that the spaces where the images are supposed to be captured aren't wide at all. So before they came up with the anamorphic method, filmmakers wouldn't capture their images onto all the film. They would just capture it onto the very middle. But then sometime in World War I, a guy named Henry Cretion developed the anamorphic method for capturing images. Using a special lens based on the one that Cretion made, which he developed for soldiers that needed to see out of tanks, filmmakers can now stretch the image vertically so that it filled the entire frame. In the theater, the film would be put through a similar lens, although this time it would be stretched back to its original form, but with much better quality. However, when the film was stretched, so were the lens flares. They became much wider and came to be the kind that appeal to many of us today. Fun fact, Michael Bay shot the Transformers films anamorphically, and so Industrial Light and Magic, they rendered out the CGI squish so that they could later stretch it out again and have it match up with the footage. That's the kind of lens flares that we're going to be making today. So let's get cracking. So take your footage that you want to add your lens flare to, drop it in a new comp. Now do it again, except this time you'll make the aspect ratio of your comp 4:3 instead of 16:9. Now put your footage in and squeeze it down horizontally to where it fits. Now make a new layer, make it black, add the lens flare plugin and set the blending mode to add. One other thing you can do is make a white solid, make a thin, wide mask, pre-comp that, make an oval mask over it, feather that out, and then set the anchor point of that solid to be in the middle of the line that you created. Then alt-click on the stopwatch for the position of the line, and then parent that property to the flare center of the lens flare plugin. So now that we've done that, let's turn off our footage layer to where the lens flare is just over transparency. Now go back to the first comp and add the lens flare comp on top, then stretch it out to the width of the comp. Now you have a wide lens flare. For this to not look so sharp, we'll add a fast blur and change the direction of it to horizontal. We could also give it a glow, but that's it. Anamorphic lens flares, not bad for just using built-in plugins. I've only gone through the basics, but if you spend a good amount of time on it, you can make this look really good. So there you go, have fun with that. So, Sides is finally up and out in the wild and on YouTube. Shortly after uploading the last episode of Film High School, I was told that we aren't going to nationals with Sides. So sad, but still, no longer am I all bark and no bite. Of course, now I can put up a lot of behind the scenes footage. Part of a break off? Yeah. Let me see. Alright, that's good. As well as break down a lot of the effects from Sides, so look forward to that in the near future. Oh, and here's an update on that Doctor Who time vortex that I was making in After Effects last week. But today, that's all I have for you, so if you like this content, then please, by all means, subscribe and or follow me on Twitter, and also you should check out my SoundCloud. I'm making the soundtrack for Project Awesome Before the Field, and it's being posted on there as it's being made, so links everywhere. Bye.